Hello everybody, welcome back to the sandbox. Today is going to be a classic. I'm going to start with making my borders here. And the colors that we're going to use today are my red and my yellow. These are some of my favorite colors to work with. And while I lay them out, I want to kind of talk about a thought that I've been thinking, which is the question of what role in society do I, as a straight white man, have in this day and age? Which is a loaded question, I know. Because, well, really the question that I have is, how do I feel a sense of pride and confidence in who I am and what I do, while also acknowledging the injustice and harm that has been done by straight white men, for the lack of a better term. There are some circles who would see me and my contemporaries as the enemy, almost. As the representation of everything evil in this world, and that there's almost nothing good to come from it. And I don't necessarily blame anybody who feels that way. I can understand why. But my question is, how are we going to claim to respect and love a human being's right to live and make free will choice if we say that some human beings they don't deserve to have a free will choice? Because a human being is a human being, and I don't know. Like I said, it's a complicated conversation, right? I think that I feel a level of burden and responsibility to operate in this world as someone who is above reproach, someone who doesn't, what am I trying to say? I feel a burden of responsibility to be one who speaks to my peers about what is right and about what is just. Because justice does not know color, and justice does not know gender. Justice is above all of that, And so I think while it is good to acknowledge and call out injustice from the past, when it comes to looking at the future, I really struggle with seeing the implications and the conclusions that a lot of the more mainstream mentalities lead to. Like, what is the future? What is the future of a lot of the more extreme mentalities when it comes to gender? I see it going towards the opposite direction as a pendulum, and I don't think either end is correct. If one side is extreme injustice and prejudice and bias against marginalized people groups, and then the other side is oppressive, hate-filled animosity against who used to be the one doing that. Injustice does not justify another injustice, even though rage may think that it does. And I wanted to find a middle ground. So, just a couple thoughts. Not my whole thoughts. It's a very complicated conversation, and there's a lot of anger and hurt tied up in all of it, but I think it's a conversation worth having. So, I know it really didn't tie to the painting today, other than I was just laying down color and marks the way I feel needs to be there. I don't know how to describe it beyond that. But yeah, take it as you will.